All right, this is actually more of a reminder than something I learned this week. But one of the nice features in Google Classroom is that when you give an assignment, you can enable Originality reports, which will allow Google to check the documents the students turn in for plagiarized work. So for instance, you can see this assignment here. I clearly plagiarized because I put copy of plagiarized document. And when you go in to look at the student report, it shows you that there are 4 flagged passages in this document for originality. When I click on that, it gives me the originality report. It shows me where those references were taken from and what exactly was taken. To beef this up now, in grades 6 through 12, 3 through 12 have access to the originality report. So in grades 6 through 12, not only will it now search the internet for plagiarized content, it will also search all other submitted documents that were submitted when Originality Reports was turned on by the teacher. So slowly over time, it will build a library of documents students turned in at Shen that will also be checked against the work new students are turning in to see if their work is original or if it was cribbed from another student's writing. So that's Originality Reports in Google Classroom. When you give an assignment, you can check the box to turn on Originality Reports. It also even warns students before they turn in an assignment if they haven't run the Originality Report checker, because they can do that themselves to see if they accidentally plagiarized something. Okay, so that's Originality Reports in Google, and it now has what they call Student Match, where to look at former student submissions. So Google just put out this handy chart of when Google Meets expire. And you can see a lot of Google Meets lasts for 365 days after their last use. Those are the type of Google Meets we want to avoid starting at Shen, because it allows our students to go back into them when we're not in the Google Meet and converse without teacher supervision. So if you look at the list, the handy chart Google just put out, meetings started via Jamboard, meetings started via nickname, and meetings started via Google Classroom all expire once all users leave the meeting. And they now have that handy end meeting for all button for teachers. So that's why we want you to concentrate on using only those 3 types of Google Meets. The other ones, there are ways to make them end sooner, but in theory, they last for 365 days from the last use. Thanks. Have a good weekend.